Hello my lovely YouTube friends, how are you all doing? I missed you so much. It's been ages since I uploaded my last video, I know, but guess what? I have a news for you. Not a very fresh news, but still. A few months ago, a beautiful baby boy was born to our family, and now we are so grateful and happy to have two healthy little boys, and we are really over the moon. Of course, it's been a roller coaster of emotions and physically challenging to look after them 24/7, and that's pretty much why I haven't been able to make any new videos, but it's all worth it. You know, it's such a blessing being a mom, and it will get easier anyway. I would of course love to spend at least some time on my channel and, you know, share my ideas. I've got so many new designs, guys. A full bag of new jewelry that I haven't filmed yet, but anyway, as I was saying, I will be uploading new tutorials, but it will probably not be as often as it was before. Maybe it will be once a month, maybe twice a month. Maybe it's gonna be every day, who knows, you know, I guess anything is possible. So I really wanted to update you and let you know what's going on with me and my channel, and now let's get started with this tutorial, because there is nothing better than getting creative. That was a long introduction, wasn't it? Anyways, for this super simple tutorial you'll need 9.5 inches of 20 gauge wire, in my case gold plated copper wire. Oh, and please excuse my bare nails, I think this is the first time I'm not wearing any nail polish in my tutorial. Oh, I feel so naked! Get the ruler out and measure 3.5 inches and then fold the wire. We shall then start twisting, and I'm using a toothpick to hold the wire to make the twisting easier. Twist, twist, twist! Oh no! A garbage truck just drove into my filming set. Yes, my little boy is crafting right next to mommy this time, and I guess he's trying to tell me something. Do you think this ring is going to be rubbish, darling? I don't think so. After about 2.5 inches, I'm taking the long wire and using round nose pliers and then also my fingers, I'm trying to create a spiral on the top of the twisted wire. Just be sure not to press too much with your pliers, or the wire will be overworked and it could come off, which is what you don't want, of course, because you would then need to start all over again. So once you have your spiral big enough, mine was approximately 6 millimeters, and in inches it's about 0.23 inches. Take the long wire and force it under the spiral, because this way you will end up with a nice circle rather than an overlooking spiral. Then join the two wires together and yeah, twist again. Hold the ring by the spiral when you are twisting, or if you have nylon jaw pliers, use those instead to make things more comfortable. They are great for straightening wire too, so I can't recommend them enough. I need to get rid of the excess wire on the ends of the ring, and of course, as usual, I'm making tiny loops on each side of the ring to somehow finish the ends. And yes, use any object to shape this thing to make it look like a ring. What? It rhymes! OMG, I could easily write songs. Shape this thing to make it look like a ring.
Shape, shape, shape.
Shape this ring to make it look like a ring.
Shape, shape, shape.
Surely that would make the top of the charts. So, Where were we? Okay, so this ring is already looking good. You could even leave it as it is, but I shall not do that. After all, you all know me. If I get a chance to stick something sparkly on a piece of jewelry, I will. And that is why I'm taking this breathtaking Swarovski crystal and gluing it onto my ring. Hashtag I wanna be engaged again. Oh, I wanna be engaged all the time with new rings. So beautiful and so very sparkly. I can barely look at it, but I want to. Let's look at it through sunglasses. Ooh, I must show you something, guys. This is without a doubt the most beautiful piece of art you have ever seen. Look at this. Look at all these stains. I'm so proud of you, my little pumpkin. So, decorating garbage trucks is surely loads of fun, but we are going to decorate another ring. And this time I'm using an aquamarine blue flatback crystal from Swarovski again. Oh, what the heck. Let's give him some friends, as Bob Ross would say. I will also be using a piece of blue tack to handle the crystals. Now, talking about Bob, who else used to follow his painting tutorials? I mean, he was such a legend. I didn't have a clue about oil painting, and yet I've managed to produce many oil paintings. Thanks to Bob's instructions and positive attitude. Can't say I stayed all positive and calm when I painted them, but got there in the end. And our house looked like a National Geographic Channel Mountain Edition. Alrighty, let's get back to this tutorial. There is not much to say at this point, rather than keep sticking the small crystals on and, if needed, reapply the glue where needed. And you can use your nails or toothpick to push some of the crystals up or down to straighten them and make them level with the other crystals. And then leave your masterpiece to dry overnight and you're done. I also made another ring like this, but I swapped the colors of the crystals, so clear in the middle and little blue crystals all around it. And this, my friends, is the engagement ring, if you shop on a budget. I am now going to let you enjoy the show and see you in approximately 10 seconds. You caught me off guard. Yeah, that was a bad joke, wasn't it? Anyways, let me know what you thought about this tutorial, and if you are still present, if you still follow me on YouTube, then say hello in the comment section below, because, oh, it rhymed.
Say hello in the comment section below.
Anyways, I love you so much, and I will see you next time. I don't know when that's gonna be, but soon. Love you. Bye.
Tick. Orange. Tick.